Yeah, Messenger. Either one of you guys can answer this, but for you two specifically, what's just this whole day kind of been like? Despite the win's nice, but you kind of remember all the outside activities surrounding senior day and all that. So what was just the experience like?
It's been a lot. I mean, it's probably been the longest day probably of the year for me. I mean, just trying to get to the game. Obviously I just wanted to win the game so we can, enjoy it with, DJ Vaughn and all the guys out there, and just seeing all my family, all my friends here, and I'm just very thankful for all of them. And it just goes to show how much support I have and the team has, because we had a great crowd out there tonight. So it was just awesome to get the win, and very proud of the guys.
Like B-Rod said, it was very emotional. This was actually my mom's first game in the Convo. She's never been here. So, that was real emotional for me. And, her getting to see, just the love that we get on a nightly basis in here. And me and B, it was extra motivation going into the game to play well. And, I ain't going to lie, we had this game stamped for a long time. I'm not even, they was talking crazy at their place. So, we kind of came in with that energy. And, that was a game we felt like we let slip away. But, that was 2 games into the season. We're a completely different team. And we knew we had to come out and jump out on them early.
Jeff Boals, Ben, you're the first senior of Jeff Boals' coaching tenure to be here all 4 years. What can you just say about the relationship that you have with Coach Boals over these 4 years and what he's meant to you, not only as a growth as a player, but as a person?
Yeah, I'm very lucky he offered me. I mean, I chose a great spot at Ohio University. I would never take it back. And, just throughout, my 4 years, it's been, an awesome experience going to the tournament, getting the experience to go to Spain this past summer, and just creating relationships that, last a lifetime. So I'm just very thankful for all that. And the thing is, we're not done yet. We still got 3 days in Cleveland. So we're excited about this. We'll celebrate it, but we're ready for next week.
Will Cunningham with the Post. For either of you, how important was it to get this win going into the postseason after the last 2 games?
It was big to end conference 10-8, is it?
Yeah,
something
10-8.
like that. But to go into March with good momentum, and like the last 2 games, like you spoke about the last 2 games, those are games that we felt like we dropped, and it's better to learn all those lessons now than to learn it the hard way in Cleveland. So we told ourselves that we had to go into next week with a win, so we can have that extra energy and motivation.
Ashton Beach with the Post. Y'all went on a nice run there in the first half and on the AJ Clayton. Can you guys talk a little bit about Clayton's performance from tonight?
Yeah, I think we just fed off the crowd's energy. When we were hitting shots, it definitely helps our defense. And all the guys really stepped up. AJ Clayton, hitting threes, DJ grabbing big boards. But I think the key was just locking in defensively. They're a great, shooting team. So we were able to limit their threes. So being able to do that just helps us increase that lead, which we did.
Alex McKay with WB Media. You guys entered Ohio basketball as 18, 19-year-old freshmen. You guys leave as MAC champions, as leaders. What has Ohio basketball meant to you?
It's meant everything to me. When I left JMU, I told myself, I wanted to go somewhere that was a great situation, and I felt like this place was it. And, I felt like it had everything I needed to be great, and it had great guys. They showed me that they wanted me every day, calling, texting, just fun conversations. It wasn't even about basketball, for real. And everything that's come to fruition, I can only thank God. Like, God gonna put you in places where you're successful, and He brought me here for a reason. And everything's been great. There's been ups, there's been downs, but overall, like, I love this place, and it'll forever hold a special place in my heart. And we got a chance to do something really special, and for me and B-Rod to be able to go out on top, nobody will be able to take that away from us, because we'll be gone. But that's something that I want to be able to say that 5, 10 years down the line, we can look back and say, we did that.
Either way you can answer this question. In the past, when you were juniors, sophomores, freshmen, there was always the next game. There's always going to be another one. But this time, going into as seniors, into one and done territory. What does just one more game mean to you?
I think we're going to do, what we've been doing, just taking it one game at a time, knowing that we're going to get everybody's best shot because, they want to win too. They want to go to the tournament and everything like that. So we're going to get everybody's best shot, and it's going to come down to, every war, every second, every possession, and whoever makes more plays, whoever makes more championship plays, whoever does the little things better is the one who's going to come out, victorious. And I feel like after, everything we've been through, we're keen to that going into Cleveland, and I know that everybody's going to do it.
Ashley Beach with the Post. What do you guys think went better this time compared to last time against Wolverine?
I think it just starts with just our energy and effort. I mean, I feel like sometimes we had lapses early in the season that, we fix now, and just doing those little things, they lead to, getting those leads. And I just think we were just playing with such togetherness tonight and feeding off the crowd's energy. And when we do that, we're pretty hard to beat.
And another thing, we didn't give them confidence. I felt like the first game, they had a ton of confidence. Matheny had one of his better games. And we knew going into this game that we couldn't, let anybody get going. And like B-Rod said, we were hitting shots, and, it was deflating them. And, they were trying to they resorted to playing one-on-one ball. And, I think the biggest thing is, once we were able to cut off their key guys, they kind of went scrambling.
You guys are going to play Cleveland. Obviously, Ohio is a huge Northeast Ohio fan base. Just what is it going to mean to be able to play there, but also have a big traveling fan base as well?
I just think we've been there the past 2 years, and 1 year was COVID year, and last year we had a big turnout. So I just think having that crowd with us helps. Like honestly, just feel like it's kind of like a home game for us, and hopefully we can feed off that crowd. And when we get that crowd going and get us going, I like our chances.
I think number one, what an awesome crowd to send these seniors out. Once again, number one in the league in attendance, and just a phenomenal atmosphere for a Friday night national TV game. And we saw that recruiting. It's great for our guys' energy level, and glad that the turnout was what it was for these seniors. I thought we had a great focus and a great mindset coming into the game. It was a quick turnaround. It was our third game in 7 days. Lost a tough one at Miami, lost a tough one at Kent, and proud of our guys for coming in with the right mindset and focus. And they played for the seniors and got it done tonight.
Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger. Coach, you have to go through this every year, and we saw you consoling Dwight when he went off the floor. But what's just kind of this day?
Yeah, that wasn't consoling. That was a big bear hug. Proud of that kid. I love that kid. And his mom and brother, sister, and friends were here. Flew up from Florida, and it's tough sometimes. Senior night, it's a bittersweet deal. But what he's given to this university for 3 years, the degrees he's gotten from this university, he's going to be successful in life no matter what he does. I'm proud and happy that he's been part of our program, been a big part of our success the last 3 years, and I'm going to miss him. But we got a few games to go, so hopefully we keep it rolling.
Joe Consavi, the public meeting. Building off of that, Ben Roderick is the first of your seniors to be with you all 4 years you've been here as a head coach. What can you just say about what he's meant, not only just on the court, but off the court to the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe. It goes by quick, and that's what I told him, at the start of the year. And you have to appreciate it. Every single day you have to appreciate the process, the good and the bad. And he's been through adversity. And he's dealt with it, in different ways. But to have him be here, he and Miles, we're with me for 4 years now. And, those are two culture kids. Those are guys who do the right thing on the floor. They do the right thing off the floor. They represent this university, this basketball program in a high character manner. And, they're a big reason why, we set the tone year one, went to the NCAA tournament year two, big part of the success last year. And, they carried us through some choppy times this year. They were great leaders, and they did what you expect fourth-year seniors to do.
Will Cunningham with the Post. You mentioned it briefly, but how important was it to get this win after the last 2 games going into the postseason?
Yeah, I think it was big. 1, don't lose at home. 2, it's senior day. And then 3, you want momentum heading into the MAC tournament next week. And, I thought we had the maturity and the mindset. Sometimes it's tough when you're up, 29 points at halftime. And, I thought we got a little carried away out of what we did in the first half, but we were able to maintain it. And, just proud of our guys for the focus, the maturity they had, and it was a great way to end this regular season.
Ashley Beach with the Post. Coach, what do you feel is working best for your team during that 21?
Yeah, I thought we did a great job of creating offense from our defense. Our defensive intensity was really good. I think we had, we chart, we call kill 3 stops in a row. So we had 9 kills and 29 deflections, and those have to be season highs for us. And coming in Bowling Green game 1, they got a lot of transition baskets on us. We turned the ball over often, and we kind of flipped the script, tonight. But I thought we did a great job of generating offense from our defense. Our activity level was really good. We were able to get transition points, and it always helps when the ball's going in the basket. A.J. Clayton hit 4 threes in the first half, and when one guy hits it, kind of becomes contagious.
Coach, we saw A.J. Brown have that stretch in the second half. How important do you think he can be going forward?
Yeah, really big. I'm proud of him. He's been through it, right? He's had a couple injuries this year. He's missed probably 2 months total without practicing or playing, and that's tough to get a rhythm. It's tough to be able to do what you're doing. You're not lifting the way you should, not practicing. But he's a worker. He works out all the time, does extra, and he just needs one to go in, and he's got the ability, when he hits 1 to hit 2 to hit 3, and when he's aggressive like that, 14 points in 15.5 minutes. That's obviously going to help us out.
Obviously, now you're going to Cleveland, and you, as a Northeast Ohio guy, know how big Ohio has a fan base in Northeast Ohio. So what's it going to mean to just have that traveling crowd?
Yeah, it's always fun. It's a new season, like we talked about. The intensity level, energy level, everything is ramped up. And anytime we go up there, whether it's Cleveland State, Youngstown State, Akron, Kent, Cleveland, we always have a great turnout, and I think that's another thing why this is such a special place. Bobcats love Bobcats, and I'm sure the Harry Buffalo will be packed before the game, even though it's a 1:30 game, and hopefully we can keep it going and bring them back on Friday.
Alex McKayla, WB Public Media. Obviously it's senior night, but we have 2 freshmen and a sophomore scoring double figures tonight. What can you kind of say about those young guys' development since November?
Yeah, I mean, in different ways, they've all gotten better. Like I said, A.J. Brown has been up and down, with his injuries, but he stayed with it, stayed positive. Probably one of the most positive, kids that I've ever been around. Today was his birthday. He and his twin. Elmore James has gotten better all year long, and he didn't play to start. He didn't play against Bowling Green, Buffalo, Kent the first time around. And he maintained a great attitude, a great work ethic, just kept chopping wood, kept staying with it, doing all the extra, and he's been a big part of why we've, finished the season the way we have.
What do you think the team's biggest improvement has been since the start of the match?
Probably consistency. We would play well in spurts, and there'd always be like a 2 to 5 minute stretch in a game where it would be a 12-0 run, a 10-0 run, where it's like when you look back on it, hey, this is where we lost the game. And I think the consistency has been good. The second thing, I think, we were turning the ball over at a high rate. I think we're averaging almost 14 and a half turnovers a game. And Jalen Hunter's been a huge part of that turnaround with his consistent play. I think he's got a 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio, probably a little higher now in league play. He had 5 assists, 1 turnover tonight. He's shooting the ball at a high level. Didn't shoot it well tonight, but he's shooting mid-40s from 3. So I think the consistency, just taking care of the basketball and playing well together.
Mac announced you're going to be taking on Ball State in that first round. Any initial words on that match?
We played them here in the first game. We only played them once. Very, very talented team, very well coached. Very similar to our team. They got a great big man that they play through. They got really, really good perimeter players. They have good size on the wing. I haven't really watched a whole lot of film on them, just maybe catching them when we play somebody else because we haven't played them so long. But we're going to give our guys the weekend off, Saturday, Sunday off, to mentally refresh, physically refresh, and head up to Cleveland on Wednesday.
We saw one senior was not celebrated tonight. Is that senior?
Yeah, it's different, right? We had Ben Roderick and Miles both. We asked them both if they wanted to walk. Miles didn't. We really haven't had a conversation in depth about it, but I think he's going to come back. Hopefully he does. But that was his choice not to walk. But he's just a great young man. Just plays both ends and been a big reason why we're doing what we're doing. Well, I appreciate all you, Post, WOUB. Thanks, Eric. Nice to meet you, and a great article on Chief again. But, Joe, always good seeing you guys when you travel. But I appreciate all you do for our program and our athletic department. So thanks again.